Hey folks, got a 2005 Ford Explorer XLT. Had it brand new, had it all these years. Things start breaking on them after years, and what happened here was the rear hatch window has been disabled by the lack of a cable being able to pull mechanism to pop it open. I discovered that in looking at other YouTube videos, and here's how I got to where I am from now. You have to remove this trim that goes around the back panel of the hatchback or the lift hatch, and also this piece that fits on top of it at the base of the window. A couple of modifications have to be made. This one has to be cut in a couple of places to remove it. It won't show once it's put back in place. And the same thing here, right there. That piece has to be cut out so it can slip over this latch piece right here. So once I got all that off, I pulled this stuff back here, and I discovered there's a cable right here with a little ball on it and a little collar that's broken. It should be fixed, and it rests inside here. And since that collar broke off, it allowed too much movement of the sheath of the cable to move when the actuator was activated to move this like so. So it wasn't actually fully extending the cable enough to pull the latch that activates the catch right here. I've got this taken out and I've pushed it down so I could get to it to look at it and see how hard the cable would be to replace, and I'm not going to do it. I've decided that this part here was also torn away, so I've JB welded that, and hopefully I'm going to let that sit overnight. And once that is hardened up, I'm going to reinsert the lock mechanism back up through the hole and attach it, put everything back in place, and then hook this cable back in place. And this time, instead of this collar being between this, and this, I'm going to move it behind this side here, because I'm not going to JB weld that. I'm just going to move it behind here, and that's going to create enough stability for the sleeve that the cable's in to not move when the cable itself is pulled. The sleeve will be stationary. And I've already tested it out before I went and JB welded this to make sure that just this being on the other side of this for a not so fixed fix, but it should last as long as I have the car. I've had it since 2005, so it's just one of those things that it's not worth the investment to go for. As long as I have operation for the rear window, that's what counts. And so anyway, it's a little more than a 3-minute video. Hope you like it. Stick in there if you know how to take things apart. That's the only problem, was the trim that held me up trying to avoid doing this. But when I looked at other videos, everybody has to cut this out and also cut this piece out here. Also cut these two out to make it easier to slide past these two sticking out. So it just lifts out now. All right, a little more than 3.5 minutes. Hope y'all enjoy.